So when you're that young, you're not thinking that way. And most of the people around you don't understand that. And these days you got parents trying to force their kids into stuff that they're not even that good at. So I don't think you have a chance to think about it until you can look back. It's kind of like that Steve Jobs commencement speech at Stanford that he gave many years ago, that you can't really connect the dots. So you look backwards. You can't connect them looking forward. So, and the other question was, what was the other part of your question?
Is it unreasonable of an expectation or a standard to try and just focus purely on being so good at a skill, even if, is it luck? Is it good, what's the word I'm looking for? Good genes, or is it focus work from a very young age towards like a very key point?
So it depends on what we're talking about specifically, because I had to make sure we separate sports out from everything else. Because sports
why don't we start with sports and then go with business? Maybe we could do both.
Okay. So sports is a special category, and I always want to make sure I add this disclaimer in when I talk about these things, because to be a professional athlete, you need a certain genetic code that you cannot work for. Right? My mom is 5 feet, maybe 6. My dad is maybe 5'7". My dad is like 5'8", 5'9". I'm 6'4". Right? I didn't work for that. Right? That was just luck. That was lucky genetics. Right? Had I been the average between my mom and my dad, again, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We'd be having a different conversation, because I wouldn't have been a basketball player, right? No matter how hard I worked. So there's a certain genetics you have to have, and that puts you above a certain line to where you're only competing with people who are above this line. Like to play basketball, I was only competing with people at this level and above. And no matter how hard you work, if you're down here and you're 5'2", you're not competing against me. So that's one thing.
That's your Nate Robinson.
That's Nate Robinson, right? And the fact that you can name him is the exact point. The exception proves the rule. And then Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues. That's it.
There's like 3 of them.
Right, exactly. 3 people in the whole world. So, and in the business world, it's different, because anybody can be successful in business. Not anybody can become an NBA player. All right.